High School. It's time for Colonels basketball. The Altavista Colonels are on 105.5 KD Country. I'm Kyle Hoehne. With me again tonight, my tag team partner and colleague, the one and only Agent Zero, Oscar Briggs. And Oscar, it's our third game in 3 nights. It's another road trip, but a short one over here to William Campbell High School. And the Colonels are riding into this one on a 5-game winning streak.
Colonels come in at 12-4, facing a 3-13 William Campbell team that, despite the record, is a little bit more dangerous than that.
William Campbell is dangerous. We'll talk about what the Generals' resume has been so far this year, and we'll hear from the head coach, Troy Harris. Got a chance to catch up with him. We talked about last night's win against Appomattox. We talked about this one here tonight. It's the third road trip in as many days for the Altavista Colonels. We'll see what happens in this one. It's always fun when William Campbell and Altavista get together. It's the old county rivalry. A lot of familiarity here. Should be a good crowd in the gymnasium tonight. We're glad you're tuned in on the radio. We're about 19 minutes away from tip-off. Let's hear from the head coach, Troy Harris. It's the Subway pregame show, 2 locations to eat fresh in Altavista, and, of course, the Footlong Fest is on at Subway. We'll discuss that, too. I'm Kyle. He's Oscar. Katie is our sound engineer. William Campbell and Altavista are the basketball teams. All the action's live and about 19 minutes away on 105.5 KD Country.
English Construction Company has been in the building business since 1909, so it's only natural that they appreciate the building process. They recognize the fact that organized sports programs build character as well as bodies and minds. They know that high school sports build our youth into more well-rounded and more productive adults. English Construction Company is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports and salute all athletes, coaches, and teachers. A word of praise and encouragement from English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg.
Compassionate Care Choices, Autumn Care, 24-hour skilled nursing, inpatient, outpatient, physical, occupational, and speech therapies. Autumn Care invites you to tour their facility in 2016, receiving the bronze quality by the American Healthcare Association. 5-star rating by Centers for Medicare, Medicaid Services. Autumn Care, a member of Sabre Healthcare Group, serving Altavista and surrounding areas since 1989.
This is 100% convenient mobile banking with local First National Bank.
With our FirstNet mobile app, you can securely check balances, make deposits, pay bills, transfer money, and much more.
It's easy to use, and we even have a video demo on our website at firstnetbk.com.
And it's free, so search FirstNet mobile app and download it for free today.
Remember, banking from anywhere, anytime will help you bring home more bacon.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Subway, Monday is no longer Monday. It's Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day. That's the $3.50 sub of the day. Subway has a different 6-inch sub of the day every day of the week. Each has no artificial flavors or colors from artificial sources. For just $3.50, it's a great sub for a great price. Wednesday, that's Turkey Breast Day. Friday, Tuna Day. The $3.50 sub of the day every day at Subway. At participating restaurants, additional charges for extras and deluxe plus tax may not be combined with other offers, coupons, or discount cards.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
That's the way we operate best.
Yeah, absolutely.
William Campbell. Forgot who you're playing. William Campbell. 3, 2, 1. We're back here from William Campbell High School. The Altavista Colonels taking the short drive, thankfully, after 2 long ones to play the Generals. We're speaking once again with head coach Troy Harris. And Coach Harris, let's talk about less than 24 hours ago. You get a victory against Appomattox. Gosh, the third quarter you looked outstanding. There in the fourth quarter, it looked like maybe you took your foot off the accelerator a little bit. Tell us about the third quarter, and then tell us what you thought about the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we didn't come out again with all the intensity offensively is what we want. Our defense looked pretty good in the first half. In the third quarter, we went 2 in the post, and we really worked it around and got the posts involved, and they kicked it out some, and we were really whipping the ball around there. It was probably the best quarter of basketball we played all year long, and I think we played so well, and we put the other guys in off the bench there at the end of the third to maybe save some legs, and our starters were kind of, I don't know, they did probably take their foot off the pedal a little bit. and put him back in at the beginning of the fourth, and Appomattox really got after us, and we sort of took it for granted and let a 15-point lead slip down to 6 at one point, I think. So, yeah, something to work on, but we don't have any practice time to do it. We'll just do it in the game tonight, hopefully.
Yeah, I got to give the Raiders their share of credit for that fourth
absolutely.
quarter, too. In the fourth quarter there, Lance Bain, the sophomore, stepped up. He had the three-pointer where he got fouled, turned it into a 4-point play, then another three-pointer right after it. That seemed to, I don't want to call it the dagger or the nail in the coffin, but that gave you a little more breathing room and made things a little bit more comfortable. Talk about Lance and his contributions to the ball club.
Yeah, we're waiting on Lance to really contribute. When we played against him last year, he was a freshman at Gretna, and he really wore us out. I think he had 12 and 18 the 2 times we played. So I think there were some high expectations at the beginning. He really had to learn how we play over here as opposed to how they play at Gretna, and it's taken him a while. But you could tell he's a good ball player, got a nice stroke to him. And, yeah, those 2 threes in the third quarter were huge. They really jumped us up there, and then he hit 2 clutch free throws there at the end to sort of seal the deal at the end. So, yeah, we're waiting on Lance to start contributing, and I think he's starting to figure it out, and he's going to be a real big help when postseason comes around.
Those late-game scenarios, is that something you're thinking about more, trying to have your better free throw shooters on the court? Because you have some guys that are up around 70, 80%, some other guys that are way down. The team average is around 50%.
Right.
Late game, is that something you and your staff thinks about?
Now it is, definitely. The guys that aren't shooting it well, they got to come off the court. And then the guys on the bench that are, shooting it pretty well or decent at least are definitely going to be on the court. And Lance, he's our best free throw shooter. It's not even close. So as long as he doesn't turn it over there at the end of the game, he'll be on the court in a close situation, no doubt about it.
Sure. Well, it could be a close situation tonight. The William Campbell Generals, one of your rivals. They've only got 3 wins on the year, but they've beaten some pretty good teams. Beat Appomattox and Brookville, 2 teams that gave you trouble. You expect some competition here tonight from William Campbell?
Yeah, it's always a battle especially when you go down to William Campbell. They're wild and crazy, and they'll have a good crowd down there. I think they're having a pep rally for us today as well, so they'll be ready to go. They will get their best shot. They'll be crazy out the gym, and they'll be all in our shirts defensively. Offensively, a lot of ball screens, a lot of athleticism coming in there. Maybe not the best basketball players, but if you get athletes going up and down the court, anything can happen. So, yeah, coming off of 2 games in a row, 2 long road trips, we'll have our job cut out for us tonight, keeping our legs in it and keeping us in it mentally.
Well, we know we've got our fair share of William Campbell fans that listen, and you've got some family out that way, too. Yeah. Does the fact that you're going to turn around and play them again on Friday, is that any factor in this game, or is that more so something to worry about on Friday?
Yeah, we'll worry about it on Friday. We're not going to be holding anything back or holding any plays back. We're not starting a different lineup or anything like that. No, we'll just try to win this one, and depending on the outcome, we'll adjust to see what happens on Friday.
Great stuff, Coach. It's the Colonels and the Generals set to tip off in 15 minutes on 105.5 KD Country.
Whatever your truck, car, SUV needs are, Highview Motors GMC has it all, from small to tall. New to pre-owned, offering more than just GMC sales. Highview Motors GMC provides 24-hour towing, full-service body shop, state inspection, transmissions, everything in between. Highview Motors GMC, providing top-quality service since 1961.
From small to tall, we got it all. Highview Motors GMC.
The Altavista Office of Economic Development invites you to come find one of a kind with Altavista's unique shops, stores, and restaurants waiting for you. Personal service from local businesses. Jumpstart your business with the Altavista Office of Economic Development, helping Altavista grow with a variety of business loans available and supporting the Altavista Colonels basketball team. Good luck on another winning season.
841-1580. That's the number to know this winter when your heat pump is in trouble. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling is the name to know for all your heating and air issues. Call 841-1580 to get Donnie and his team to your house or business fast. 841-1580. That's 434-841-1580. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling. The name to know this winter. The number to know, 841-1580.
PCM Industrial of Altavista offers mobile welding and repair services, fully equipped service trucks, certified craftsmen, and quick response to satisfy your needs. Contact PCM Industrial at powerconstruction.com. PCM Industrial is a fully insured Class A licensed contractor, OSHA and MSHA compliant. PCM Industrial Services of Altavista wishes Coach Harris and the Altavista Colonels basketball team good luck in another winning season.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns. The Footlong Fest is on at Subway. Any footlong for just $6. Yeah, any footlong, $6 for a limited time only. I'm being told it might not necessarily just be the month of February, Oscar, but they're just saying for a limited time only. So corporate will decide on that one. You better take advantage of it while you can. The Colonels took advantage of some Appomattox mistakes last night. Really played pretty fabulous in that third quarter, OB. Fourth quarter, not so much, but they held on and got it done for the win. And as you heard Coach Harris and I discuss, probably got to give Appomattox some credit for that fourth quarter as well.
We did last night as you know, they realized what they had to do, trailed by 13 at the beginning of that fourth quarter, and really took it to Altavista, scored 5 in a row, little 5-0 run, and then turned it into a scramble fest. And it almost paid off for them. If they would have hit a couple more layups, it would have been trouble for Altavista, and they missed a ton.
They did. Colonels missed some layups, too. Appomattox seemed to miss more. Coach Harris is happy with the way his team is sharing the basketball. He thought that third quarter was definitely their A game. Colonels scored 20 points in that third quarter, and will probably need a quarter similar to that tonight against the William Campbell Generals. They only come in with 3 wins, but they've beaten some pretty good ball clubs. More about William Campbell when we return. It's Altavista in Naruna, set to take on the Generals. Tip-off less than 10 minutes away. You'll hear it live on 105.5 KD Country.
Napa know-how.
When you grab a pair of Bosch Evolution Beam wiper blades, now $10 off at Napa, you'll have the confidence to tell Mother Nature to bring it. Because with Bosch Evolution wiper blades, now $10 off when you buy a pair, you'll show the weather who's really the boss. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 2/28/17.
Brought to you by Napa of Altavista.
Installing atrium vinyl replacement windows is like an investment in your home that can begin to pay dividends right away. You can save up to 30% or more on your home's heating and cooling costs. Add to your home's equity and add to its value by upgrading its looks and energy efficiency. Custom crafted atrium vinyl replacement windows. Invest in your home's future with English's.
English's is your complete home center.
Business 29 Altavista.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving families since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving families since 1905.
A short drive will save you money.
I'm Greg Walker with an exciting new offer from Feller Chevrolet. Purchase any new or used vehicle at Feller's and receive a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and a 3-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Again, a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and a 3-day money-back guarantee. At Feller Chevrolet, we stand behind what we sell, and we save you money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
A short drive will save you money. Feller Chevrolet in Altavista.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
We are up in the press box here at William Campbell High School. It's the Generals set to host the Colonels from Altavista. I'm Kyle. He's Oscar. Let's talk more about William Campbell, OB. This season, 3-13, but 2 wins stick out to you and I. They beat Brookville 53-52 back in early December, and they beat Appomattox 54-47. That was within the same week that Altavista lost to Appomattox the first time.
Yeah, and when the excuse me, when we look down the roster, when we look down the roster of William Campbell, they've got 12 players listed, and they've only got 8 dressed tonight. So certainly some attrition going on there.
Yeah, the roster appears to be in flux a little bit. They're coached by first-year head coach Teron Watson, former player here at William Campbell, and a very good one at that. They've got some talent on their roster. The other thing you pick up when you gaze at their lineup, Oscar. No seniors on this team this year, and that's very rare.
Yeah, that certainly is what jumped out at me when I loaded the roster up this morning, and no seniors. And the thing is, when you watch them in warm-ups, as you expect to see at William Campbell, a ton of athletes. They had several athletes that were dunking the ball and making some pretty athletic moves. So you can't ever count them out.
You can't count them out, and Coach Harris, I think, is going to have his squad very ready to play. Again, the rivalry aspect of that probably helps out. Everybody from Altavista probably knows everybody from William Campbell, so they know not to overlook these Generals in this one. Hope you're not overlooking the limitless options at Subway in Altavista on Main Street, and then, of course, inside the Walmart on Clarion Road. I went with the carved turkey today, Mr. Briggs. Did you? Did you go with the carved turkey?
No, I saw it, and I'm like, it's still hanging in there.
It's hanging in there.
And I said I should grab it before it gets away, but I was kind of pressed for time and did the cold cut combo.
Okay, I thought you were going to say you just got cookies like I did yesterday.
No.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that.
No, you weren't.
My nutritionist is going to charge me more money this month. Hey, we've got about 5 minutes until tip-off. Let's step aside one more time. Oscar and I will bring it back. We'll discuss some keys to the ball game here between William Campbell and Altavista. It's Wednesday night hoops. It's a makeup game from a game that got snowed out a few weeks ago. Glad you're along for the ride. We'll be back in a minute and a half, and the tip-off is very close behind that. It's William Campbell. It's Altavista. You'll have yourself a ringside seat on 105.5 KD Country.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
This game is brought to you by the proud supporters of the KD Country Sports Club.
El Cerrito. Throw on a sombrero, shake your maracas, it's El Cerrito time. Authentic Mexican cuisine, only El Cerrito can serve up.
The Medicine Shop, a full-service pharmacy on Main Street in Altavista, and carrying a complete line of Carolina boots.
One Stop Mart, Main Street, where the gas is cheap, beverages are cold, and the chicken is kicking.
The Dairy Freeze, hot dogs, burgers, fries, and of course, ice cream. Do it right at the Freeze on Main Street.
Radio Shack and Crystal Bay Pools, serving your area since 1989 for swimming pool installations, chemicals, liners, and more.
Tonight's game brought to you by the KD Country Sports Club on 105.5.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Virginia are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Brought to you by English Construction Company, with offices in Lynchburg.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Getting set for the tip-off here between William Campbell and Altavista. We've got quite a few shout-outs to send out, Mr. Briggs. We'll get to some of those a little bit later. I think the Colonels, I'm going to be interested to see how their legs are and how the conditioning is. This is the third game in 3 days. I know sometimes we've said, well, maybe that's not a big deal with young 16, 17-year-old guys, but let's be honest. They were tested for moments Monday and Tuesday, too. It's not just like roaming around in practice where you get to take it easy.
No, they were tested and really logged a lot of miles. And when you're doing it on a school bus,
sure,
that has a factor. That's a factor in that as well. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Coach Harris has done a good job managing the lineup and managing the roster and getting people in, getting as much rest as possible for the players. But still, 3 games in 3 nights, and then, this really could be kind of a trap game, the last of the road games before you get home Friday night. Again, 4 out of 5 nights is difficult.
It is.
It could be a trap game.
It very well could be, and William Campbell, at least from the scouting reports I've heard, doesn't mind getting out and running and creating a fast-paced game, up-tempo. If they choose to go to that tonight, it might affect the Colonels just because Altavista has played 2 games in the last 2 nights. Generals are averaging just under 55 points a game, but they give up 66 points a game. It's almost national anthem time. Can you hold that thought?
Absolutely.
Oscar's going to hold that thought as we're set to honor our country with the Star-Spangled Banner. Pardon me. We'll step aside for a moment. It'll be tip-off when we come back between William Campbell and Altavista on 105.5 KD Country.
Compassionate Care Choices, Autumn Care, 24-hour skilled nursing, inpatient, outpatient, physical, occupational, and speech therapies. Autumn Care invites you to tour their facility. In 2016, receiving the Bronze Quality by the American Healthcare Association. 5-star rating by Centers for Medicare, Medicaid Services. Autumn Care, a member of Sabre Healthcare Group, serving Altavista and surrounding areas since 1989.
Manager at our Main Street branch in Altavista. Did you know that local bankers have a lot more at stake in taking better care of you? You see, helping local customers like you be more successful is our only focus, and each customer is so important. So for your small business, construction, and personal loan needs, think of me and think of us first. That's local First National Bank. We'll help you bring home more bacon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Whatever your truck, car, SUV needs are, Highview Motors GMC has it all, from small to tall. New to pre-owned, offering more than just GMC sales. Highview Motors GMC provides 24-hour towing, full-service body shop, state inspection, transmissions, everything in between. Highview Motors GMC, providing top-quality service since 1961.
From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors GMC.
The Altavista Office of Economic Development invites you to come find one of a kind with Altavista's unique shops, stores, and restaurants waiting for you. Personal service from local businesses. Jumpstart your business with the Altavista Office of Economic Development, helping Altavista grow with a variety of business loans available and supporting the Altavista Colonels basketball team. Good luck on another winning season.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
National anthem wrapping up here from William Campbell High School. Not sure if you can hear it in the background or not. It's a recorded version of the Star-Spangled Banner, Mr. Briggs, and I think I found your replacement for next year, or your fill-in for when we need you. The public address announcer here at William Campbell, he read the sportsmanship stuff.
No, he didn't read it.
Stuff. That's what I'm saying. He didn't read it. He did it off the dome. He did it right off the top, no notes or anything.
It's impressive. I mean,
this man, we could learn a thing or two from this guy.
He's got a voice, too.
Well, he does have a great voice. He'd take over for you. He might take over for me.
He could take over for Kenny Hunt or Robert Duff or any of those guys.
Yeah. This is a call to all the PA guys in the area. You've got stiff competition down here at William Campbell.
Hey, Nick Pierce.
Nick Pierce, right. We're going to find out who this guy's name is. We're going to get him some more work. What was your point going to be about the William Campbell Generals there?
We were talking about how much they average and how much they were giving up, and I think you said they were giving up around 65. Well, Chatham hung 101 on them, so you score 101 points in a high school basketball game.
Yeah, it was 101 to 77 in that game against Chatham. So, William Campbell had to oblige some of that with some up-tempo basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of like the old Stewart's draft team.
Yeah, that was fun. Starters tonight for William Campbell. Number 21, Nakia Pierman. Number 3, Josh Rosser. Number 5, Andre Reed. Number 23 is Traquan Williams, I believe. And number 32 is Pierre West. I heard the PA guy say Traquan Williams. We'll find out. Yeah, we'll find out.
Okay.
Starters for the Colonels are going to be the same ones that we've been used to. It's number 4, Daquan Poindexter, number 15, Lawrence Galliard, and number 5, Chancellor Mormon, joining number 3, Teo Malback, and number 30, Josh McClure. It's the 4 seniors and 1 junior, Galliard the lone junior, in that lineup. Colonels are in the Road black jerseys, same thing they've been in the last 3 nights. Coach Harris and the guys have been doing extra laundry back at the school after the games.
And you're right, Traquan Williams is number 23.
Yeah, there was
I don't know why I doubted you.
A jersey change there. I would have doubted myself too, but like I said, I heard the public address man that he's probably already in the Hall of Fame somewhere. Coach Harris runs out on the court as he sees some kind of loose impediment. Oh, the jump ball got... The referee's arm got hit by Lawrence when he tried to throw the jump ball up. Tells him he's back, big fella. William Campbell's in the home white jerseys, and they win the tip.
He can't do that.
Rosser did tip it to himself, and I don't know. Maybe that rule's been changed over the years. You don't see that one very much. He tipped it up to himself. It's William Campbell basketball, though. They're working right to left from our perspective up here in the press box. Andre Reed's three-pointer from the left corner on the way, but too strong. Rebounded just outside the paint by Lawrence Galliard. We're underway in a hurry here from William Campbell. 7:30 left to play. It looks like his own defense to start out for the Generals.
Certainly is, and the Colonels have seen a ton of that over the last 4 to 5 games.
They have. Different types of zones, too. This one looks like
1-3-1.
I was just going to say, your basic 1-3-1. Malvac had to save it from going backcourt, and he did so successfully. Mormon pounds the floor about 30 feet away from the basket on the right point. Now it's in the left corner to Poindexter. He throws in the post to McClure. Nice up and under post move. He had the head fake that got Williams in the air, and that really presented a lot of room for Josh McClure to work.
The 1-3-1 will prevent that swing around the top of the key area, but one thing it does is open up the baseline, and really that plays into this Colonel's strength as the ball went into Daquan at the corner, who fed it into Josh McClure.
Yeah, that's a dangerous weapon for Altavista. Poindexter shooting from the corner or passing along the baseline to McClure. William Campbell on offense now. This is Rosser trying to bulldoze his way inside the paint. He got there and was fouled on the floor. It'll stop play with 6:40 left in the first period. It's a 2-0 Altavista advantage. First quarter brought to you by English's Your Complete Home Center. We'll talk more about the Carhartt sale when we get to some free throws. They bounce it into Rosser in the right corner. He swings it to the right wing in Traquan Williams. Rosser has it back. He's in trouble over there. Double team for a moment. Now the three-pointer's on the way from West. Too strong. High rebound. Taken out of the air by Josh McClure. Colonel's jogging across the timeline. McClure catches on the right wing. One dribble. Picks it up. Looking for help now. Williams closed out well. McClure throws it to the middle of the court and Chancellor Mormon. 6:15 left to play in the first. Poindexter driving. Shot seemed to slip out of his hands on the way up. It was no good. Galliard collected the rebound and then was thrown down to the ground. No foul, though. They'll just say out of bounds. Ball going back to Altavista. Entry pass to Malvac. He fires for three. That's in and out. No good. McClure chases down a rebound near the right wing three-point line.
Colonel's been good on the glass so far tonight.
Galliard, free throw line, one dribble, attacks, shoots from 3 feet, and he's harassed and fouled. That shot's no good. Clock stops with 6:01 remaining in the first. 2-0 Altavista lead. Galliard's got some free throws here.
Lawrence shooting about 38% from the free throw line.
He was 8 for 8 the other night against Prince Edward. That upped the average quite a bit, and this is the first one there. Lawrence doesn't put a lot of spin on that free throw shot, Oscar. It's kind of a knuckleball type of shot. It's on the way.
And what spin is, they're sideways.
Mm-hmm.
It's really odd.
Colonels with another offensive rebound, though. It was an earlier Josh McClure rebound to keep this possession alive, and then Daquan Poindexter got that one on the missed free throw. 5:48. There's a kick ball as it chases the basketball out of bounds into the first row. Altavista will retain possession. They lead 2-0. First quarter brought to you by English's Your Complete Home Center. McClure, he'll try one from the left corner. No good. This high rebound finally collected by number 32, Pierre West. He'll bring it in the front court himself with a right-hand dribble. Slows down when he gets to the three-point line. Now passes over to Reed. Jump stop. Tried to get it near the hoop. It was no good, but Josh Rosser got the offensive board. He fades away, sends it to the bucket, and it's good. We're tied 2-2. Athletic play there by Rosser. Not exactly textbook, but he found a way to throw the basketball up near the rim, and it went down.
He's put together extremely well.
Yeah, you can tell why he's so good on the gridiron. No doubt about it. Galliard catches the ball in the paint, now sends it down low to the left baseline to McClure. Back to Galliard. Lawrence needs somewhere to go with it. He was triple-teamed for a moment. There's another kick ball. Again by the man playing the point on defense, essentially. That's Pierre West. He's a 5'11 junior. He sports the face mask tonight, or maybe all the time. Who knows? We'll get some background info on that. Colonels trying to take some time, being patient against this 1-3-1 zone. Poindexter will attack. 5-foot bounce pass in the middle of the lane to Galliard. McClure's short-range shot was too strong. The game is still tied 2-2. 4:37 left to play in the first period. It's a double foul away from the basketball. Malbach and Andre Reed are the culprits. Malbach seemed to think it was just on Reed alone. Reed not really protesting too much.
A push and a hold.
4:35 left to play in the first. Jacob Adams is the first substitute in the game for the Altavista Colonels. He joins Malbach, Poindexter, McClure, and Galliard.
Gives them a little bit more length.
Campbell will inbound after the double foul. Traquan Williams sizes up Poindexter, jab step, now puts it on the floor, picks up the dribble after 2 bounces.
And Adams and Rosser's a little bit better physical matchup.
Oh, three-pointer good from Pierre West. He made that one just west of center, knocking it down. It's a 5-3 general advantage. McClure had to chase down an errant pass. Swings it over right side to Daquan Poindexter. That 3-ball try no good. Recovered by the Colonels. They nearly lost it, but McClure gathers it up at the free throw line. They swing it down low to Josh McClure. Left post fouled, and he scores. Going to go to the free throw line to try the old-fashioned three-point play.
Nice assist.
It was good feed by Malbach. Colonels with the offensive boards, Oscar. William Campbell failing to box out Altavista. And also the Colonels benefiting from some long rebounds that they seem to hustle to first.
Well, and that's one of the disadvantages of that zone is the box-out matchups. And the 1-3-1 is especially difficult because you've got those 2 wings and a guy out front. You really kind of leave 2 guys stranded underneath.
Sure. Another offensive rebound for the Colonels. McClure missed the free throw. Altavista trailing by 1, 5-4, but still with the basketball in the right front court. Adams had it between the circles. Chest pass right sideline to Malbach. He skips it all the way over the defense to the left sideline. Poindexter driving, leaves it off for McClure. They trade the basketball around for a moment. Sharing is caring. Malbach diving through the defense, and Galliard missed a close one.
Boy, almost a little bit too unselfish. Mateo really had a layup there. And
certainly when you're making really short passes that close, I don't know. You may be onto something there, at least that possession anyway. William Campbell basketball after the rebound. Oh, nice backdoor cut by Reed. He finishes with the left hand. The junior Andre Reed really sensing that the Altavista defense was blanketing him very tight, and he made a backdoor cut. Or was it Rosser on the bucket? Pardon me. McClure striding in. Shot won't go, but there's Lawrence Galliard with an offensive board and a stick back for 2. It's now 7-6 William Campbell. Generals take their time. They'll walk it into the front court. They're taking so much time. They got to be careful about the 10-second call, even though Altavista didn't have anybody in the backcourt. They break the timeline, probably with a second or 2 to spare. Pierre West sends it along the left sideline. It's number 2, Keyshawn Knight, into the game now. A quick, speedy guard.
Ooh.
Campbell in the home whites, working right to left. There's a shot blocked by Lawrence Galliard. He sends it to the baseline as Pierre West tried to pull up from three-point land. 2:24 remaining in the Englishes, your complete home center. First quarter. I'm Kyle. He's Oscar. William Campbell sporting the 7-6 lead. They lob it into Rosser. He catches and sticks it in for 2. Josh Rosser was just waiting patiently in the middle of the lane. The inbound play seemed to catch the Altavista defense a bit by surprise. There's a turnover by the Colonels. Lance Bain threw it away. Up ahead, it's West. Circus lay-in won't fall, but the Generals have the rebound. Now Lance Bain gets it on the right edge of the paint. He'll send it to Malbach. Mateo Malbach racing into the front court up the left sideline. He'll try his own variety of a circus shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. The ball wouldn't go in the hole, but Mateo Malbach has 2 free throws with 1:59 remaining in the first.
He had a flashback to last night when he had extreme English on the ball. And, was able to kick it in from about 2 feet wide of the square above the rim.
Yeah, that was awesome. I don't know how he got it out of his hands, first off, and then the fact that add the element of getting it up backboard high and then the spin to have it come off and go in. That was the definition of crafty. First free throw no good for Mateo Malbach. Lets out a deep breath, fires the second, and does convert there. William Campbell lead trimmed to 2, 9-7.
Colonels 1 of 4 from the free throw line.
They've been getting better lately. Last night, Altavista was, pardon me, Oscar, they were 11 for 19 from the charity stripe last night. There's a jump ball tie up on the far sideline. Possession arrow favoring.
It should be the Colonels.
It is the Colonels. Yep, we had it right. The scorer for Altavista has it right. Remember, William Campbell won the tip. We had the double foul earlier, and there you go. It's Altavista ball.
Well, the double foul.
The double foul didn't change the possession area. You're right.
If it had been a double technical, yeah.
Is that right? That's why I have you around.
There it is.
Bain is hanging around the left wing. Boom, from 3-point.
And he certainly seems to be gaining his confidence. And
yes, he does.
Coach Harris has been telling him to shoot, and Lance is kind of pushed back and said, well, you know, I got yelled at Gretna for shooting.
Rosser, spin move, floater, good. Gives William Campbell the lead back. Altavista only held on to the 1-point lead for about 20 seconds there. 11-10. Generals on top. Bain wants to try it again from the same spot, and it's good. I mean, the exact same place on the court. This time the coverage was a little bit better, but it didn't bother number 2, Lance Bain.
The deuce is loose.
Yes, he is. He hit 2 big ones last night. He's already got 2 here, giving the Altavista Colonels a 13-11 lead. 3-pointer on the way from the Generals. No good. High rebound collected by West. He fires it up and overshoots the target. It's rebounded by Josh Rosser. Jump pass. Here comes a 3-pointer on the way, hoisted from Williams. Rosser got another offensive board and then fouled as he tried to make a move to the hole. Rosser is a beast, man. He's fun to watch.
That's Mateo Malbeck second. Chancellor Mormon will quickly come in for him. Galliard in for Adams as they're trying to find somebody that can handle Rosser. Galliard's kind of staring him down now like, I got you, buddy.
I don't know. They'll lob it into him again. Galliard didn't see it. The stick back doesn't work. There's a stick in, though, by the Generals, number 21, Nakia Pearman. We're tied 13-all. Good basketball game here in the first, O.B.
Colonel's getting a little bit of their own medicine with that inbounds play.
Yeah. Bain, he'll try from NBA range this time, and it's good.
And that's what we've been waiting for out of Lance Jr. We've known he was capable, and that's the type of shooting that can really take this Colonels club to the next level.
Down to 3 seconds. Here comes an NBA Ranger from Pierre West, pardon me. It's no good. That'll end the first quarter. Lance Bain has 9 points on 3 3-pointers. 16-13, Colonels with the lead. Second quarter on the way when you return to 105.5 KD Country.
841-1580. That's the number to know this winter when your heat pump is in trouble. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling is the name to know for all your heating and air issues. Call 841-1580 to get Donnie and his team to your house or business fast. 841-1580. That's 434-841-1580. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling. The name to know this winter. The number to know, 841-1580.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Somebody alert the fire marshal. Lance Bain is heating up.
In fuego.
And he is in danger of combusting out here. He hit the first one. He was pretty wide open, the first 3-pointer, Oscar. The second one was from the same spot, but tighter coverage.
Somebody was in the air. Yeah.
Had a hand in the face. The third one was from Steph Curry range. I mean, a full 24 feet on that bomb. He's got 9 points. The Colonels have 16. They're holding on to a 3-point lead against the William Campbell Generals.
And you watch Lance in warm-up, and he'll hit 6, 7 3-pointers in a row. And, again, I was talking to his dad, said that, you know, he's starting to maybe feel a little bit more confident.
And let's not diminish what a great first quarter Josh Rosser had. He was the go-to guy for the Generals, seemingly a one-man wrecking crew there at times. Rosser has 8. Bain has 9. And, of course, the score, 16-13, Altavista with the lead.
Boy, they changed the call.
Yeah, they did. Thought the basketball was off the Generals, but they'll get it back.
Yeah, William Campbell whistled a pass, and they're saying that Altavista touched. Mateo's got to be careful. He's got 2.
He's close on Reed. Reed with a head fake to shake him loose, and then a nice soft touch from just outside the painted area left. Knocks it down, brings William Campbell within 1, 16-15. You better get 2 guys on Lance Bain, and even that might not be enough. He's in there with Mormon, Poindexter, Malback, and Galliard for the Colonels. Poindexter, jump pass left wing, finds Malback. Tail Malback whistles it to the free throw line. Nearly a steal, and yes, it'll end up being a turnover. It was tipped by the Generals' Nakia Pierman, and then it went off of Mateo Malback right after that. So it's William Campbell basketball. They'll get it in the front court left in the white jerseys here. 7:18 left to play in the first half. 16-15, Ronchez Graves is headed to the scorer's table. He'll come in for the Colonels at the next dead ball. Rosser, fade away. That one really just hit the bottom of the iron, but he managed to get his own rebound. Oh, then he double dribbled. He put the ball on his hip and then continued to dribble. That's a turnover.
He is strong. If that ball comes down to his level, you're not going to get it from him.
I'm not getting anywhere near.
I'm not either.
He might rip off half your arm in the process.
1-3-1 full court press. Graves picks it up in the backcourt. You cannot do that.
Poindexter picks it up after he breaks the timeline and then cycles it down the right sideline to Chancellor Mormon. Mormon's got it back. He fakes a three. Now steps inside. Nice move to the hole. Can't get it to going off the window, though. Galliard got the rebound, and his stick-back try was rejected. He picked up the loose ball. Now it's Poindexter slipping through the defense. His lay-in won't go. Galliard's got another rebound. That won't go. Bain will slap at it. William Campbell comes out of there with it after the scramble. Up ahead to Reed. He scores, and all of a sudden, it's a general lead again. Just our fourth lead change of a young ball game. 17-16. Home team on top at the moment. Subject to change, though, the way this game's going. We've had some great first quarters this week. All three games this week. All three games. The first half has been good, too. They leave Mormon all alone, and he'll oblige with the three-pointer. It's good. How about the Colonels with a lead again?
4 3-pointers here in the first half with 6 minutes remaining. Colonels are up 17. They're trailing 16-17.
Great stuff by Chancellor Mormon.
Not right.
That's his first. They're leading 19-17. Yep. That is Mormon's first three-pointer of the season. Andre Reed will try from three again. The short shooting stroke. Can't get it to fall. Long rebound collected by Lance Bain. Bain dribbles into the front court. He tried to stalk the three-point line to get some room. Now he's got it left point extended, closer to the half-court line than he is the three-point line. Sends it in the corner to Mateo Malback. Pardon me, that's Chancellor Mormon. Another steal. Andre Reed, Pierre West stepped in front of the pass. Now Reed. It's over to Reed, and he scores. I was just foreshadowing there. Reed was going to get involved, and he gets involved by giving William Campbell the lead again, 20-19. I mean, I've said back and forth basketball all week, Oscar, and we have it again tonight.
Josh Rosser with 8 in the first quarter. Andre Reed with 7 in this quarter.
Colonels scoring on the bucket to our right, and they do score. Lawrence Galliard with a nice move to shield the basketball in midair, and then he sent it off the square and in. 21-20, Altavista on top. Here's a foul away from the basketball.
Colonels have 4 2s and 4 3s. That's a nice mix.
That is a nice mix. And no free throws yet, right? Or Mateo Malback did make
4.
One free throw,
have we missed a three-pointer yet?
I don't think so. 21-20.
Daquan missed one.
Colonels lead. Rosser bounces out to the perimeter to receive the inbound pass. There's an offensive foul. This time, William Campbell whistled for a foul away from the basketball. They got Josh Rosser. We mentioned his physicality. Honestly, it didn't look like anything rough that time, but it was enough to get the officials' attention. We've got 4:40 left to play in the second quarter. Altavista with a 1-point lead, 21-20. We've had 7 lead changes in this ball game, just 2 ties, but it really has been both teams just swapping punches all game long. Figurative punches, not literally. McClure, he'll try from 3, in and out, no good. There's a rebound by Lawrence Galliard. He just got up higher than everybody else, sends a line drive to the side of the rim that's no good. Part of the reason it didn't go, he was fouled. Galliard's got free throws with 4:15 remaining in the half.
Coach Watson's taking exception to something.
I like Coach Watson.
I do, too.
I liked him as a player.
Yep.
I like him even more as a coach. Well, I don't know if I would say I liked him more. I liked him a lot as a player. He was fun to watch. They had some good teams back in his day, too. Galliard did sink the first, 21-20. The officials confirming, just making sure somebody has eyes on a couple of the players that were hidden in the backcourt. I guess they're keeping an eye out for any possible rough stuff. Second free throw, no good. Nakia Pearman skies up for the rebound. Shenanigans, tomfoolery, hijinks. 22-20, Altavista's lead up to 2 now. There's Traquan Williams driving. He gets a foot inside the three-point line and then backs out. Good coverage from Daquan Poindexter. Williams gets rid of the basketball to Andre Reed. Reed trying to bulldoze his way by Jacob Adams, and Adams is going to end up picking up the foul over there on the far sideline. Generals in the front court left. The big man for them has been Josh Rosser. He's going to inbound over there on the far right sideline. Short pass into Williams. It's man-to-man defense for Altavista, as usual. Only time they really went to that zone, Oscar, was in the Dan River game, and they stayed in it most of the game.
And the way that William Campbell has shot threes so far tonight, they won't probably want to stay in that man-to-man.
Yeah, long three-pointer, no good from Williams. Colonels boxed out well. They had 4 guys in the paint to William Campbell's 1. Jacob Adams has to pick up a loose ball on the right wing. Dribbles back out toward half court, then sees his pass deflected out of bounds from Pierre West.
Although it's not a bad idea if you need some rest. You can go to that zone, still be a little bit active, but you don't have quite as much motion as you do in the man-to-man.
You know me, I love having the ability to mix it up and show the offense a different look all the time. Poindexter, he's wide open. He'll fire from 3. It spun around the rim. It looked like it might pop out, but then dropped in. It's another three-pointer for the Colonels. They lead by 5, 25-20. Their biggest margin of the evening so far. We've got 3 minutes left in the half.
That was a 25-footer, too.
Yeah, it was. I mean, this is getting to be pretty fun to watch here. Williams, no dribble yet on the left sideline. Now he'll drive. Gets it in the paint. Curls to the basket. Flips it up. That nearly went down. He was fouled. No, it was an offensive foul. They got Traquan Williams a little out of control, or just a travel. Just a traveling violation there on Traquan Williams.
They're picking up full court now as opposed to half court.
They get it.
Colonels break it relatively easy.
Look out. Here comes Lawrence Galliard with the dunk. Lawrence Galliard timed it up. He received the ball at about mid-court. Nobody picked him up for William Campbell. He ran right at the one defender that was helpless in the middle of the lane.
And, Rosser kind of hedged that he was going to dish it off. And once Lawrence got that step and realized that Rosser wasn't going to come after him, he just really went up and that was one of his more impressive dunks.
It was. Galliard's got a rebound. Now he's got it in the front court. Basketball thrown out of bounds. Pass a little bit too hot for Jacob Adams. Lawrence Galliard climbing the staircase and just rocking the rim with the right-hander. 27-20, Altavista leading. Wow. Is that 3 games in a row, Lawrence? Is that a dunk? He's had a lot of them lately.
Yeah.
He had 2 in the Prince Edward game. Maybe that's why I'm thinking 3 games in a row. Both coaches are going to head to the scorer's table and discuss something with the official. I think the score is right, but I'm not 100% sure. 27-20 is what the board shows. William Campbell showing 6 team fouls. Altavista with 5 team fouls. Now Coach Harris is consulting with Malbeck a little bit about something. We're down to 2:10 left in the half. There's a steal by the Altavista Colonels. Mormon thought he had a fast break, but decided to slow it down. Here goes Lawrence Galliard again, and he does it again with another dunk. So fierce it got me tongue-tied. How about the patience by Chancellor Mormon to let him catch up and get into play? Timeout on the court by the Generals. Altavista surging to a 9-point lead, 29-20, just under 2 minutes to play in the half on 105.5 KD Country.
PCM Industrial of Altavista offers mobile welding and repair services, fully equipped service trucks, certified craftsmen, and quick response to satisfy your needs. Contact PCM Industrial at powerconstruction.com. PCM Industrial is a fully insured Class A licensed contractor, OSHA and MSHA compliant. PCM Industrial Services of Altavista wishes Coach Harris and the Altavista Colonels basketball team good luck in another winning season.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Altavista out to a 9-point lead against William Campbell. Oscar, the Dragon Lawrence Galliard is uncaged and taking flight. 2 monster dunks tonight so far. What else has he got in store for us?
Boy, there's no telling. He's got, 3 blocks?
Yeah, exactly. Shot up. He's jockeying for the rebound right now. He couldn't rip it away from Rosser, though. Last touch off the shin of Chancellor Mormon. It's out of bounds.
I mean, he's got Rosser by 2-3 inches if you take the Odell Beckham Jr. style hair away from him. But he is just, Rosser's so strong.
Yeah, not only is he a great player, strong, fast, he's got the great hair, too. He probably makes our first team all hair.
Oh, yeah.
He'll set a screen. Now he'll move away from it. He's trying to give Andre Reed some room. He's got it top of the key now, he being Josh Rosser. He'll try to bulldoze his way inside. They call him for traveling again. Lawrence Galliard on the defense, by the way, gives the Altavista Colonels the ball back.
He doesn't have Quantavious Nash hair.
No, doesn't have Tyson Hancock hair.
No, that's true, too.
But it's pretty doggone good.
Oh, he's a top fiver, though.
No shame in that. Josh McClure, standard haircut, will angle his way into the front court. Now he wants to go to the hoop. He got bumped from the side and from behind. Basketball patted out of his hands and then hit the bottom of the backboard. Josh McClure will try some free throws here with 1:15 left to play in the half. It's a 29-20 Altavista lead. If you joined us late, we've had 7 lead changes in the ball game. It was really a great game, and the Colonels here surging to this 9-point lead. I believe it's an 11-0 run, I think, Oscar.
That's right.
20-19 before this. Now it's a 12-0 run. The first free throw converted by Josh McClure. Should be 30-20, waiting for the scoreboard to change.
Colonels with 5 threes and two ACDCs from Lawrence Galliard.
Yeah, boy, this stuff that Galliard is doing lately, making us forget how impressive Lance Bain was in the first quarter. Hit a trio of three-pointers. Board now shows 30-20. I thought McClure made both of them. Yep, now it's changed. 31-20 is our score. It's an 11-point Altavista advantage against the William Campbell Generals. Generals basketball in the front court. Tyler Easley in the ball game now for William Campbell. He's working hard, cutting to an open space. Andre Reed will trigger from way beyond three-point land. Chancellor Mormon whistled for the foul, and Andre Reed going to go to the free throw line. He has a trio of free throws coming up. Oscar Reed was closer to the sideline than he was the three-point line.
Yeah.
That was about 26 or 27 feet away from the hoop.
Yeah, and Chancellor closed out relatively well. Minimal contact, but there was some there.
The high school line is 19 feet away. That's the three-point line, that is. So if he was 27 feet away, you can see just how far, or maybe you can't see, but you can visualize how far. The first free throw, no good from Andre Reed, a 5'10 junior. Speaking of Mormons, let's give a shout-out to our dear friend, the one and only Mrs. Mormon. She's probably at the girls' game tonight. We're looking for some updates there. Send a shout-out to our good buddy, KD Country super fan Robbie Rice. She said she's been tuning in, likes to listen while she's watching the girls play. Dave Mabry might be tuned in over there, the girls' game. And a host of others will be receiving shout-outs as we move on. 31-22. Reed converts 2 of 3. Gives William Campbell their first points that they've had in a long time. We're under 1 minute to play and a half. Colonels with some good ball movement again. They swing it around the horn. Now it's Adams at the top of the key. Sends it back to the left wing in Poindexter. Poindexter looks inside the interior of the defense for a moment. Now he finds Galliard inside.
And
Lawrence, power dribble and a quick move to the front of the iron. It's good. Just a layup this time from Lawrence, but still impressive. He's fouled in the act of shooting. 33-22. Colonels lead back to 11.
Lawrence with 9 in the quarter.
Could be 10 if he converts the free throw. Christian Gilbert's in the ball game for his first action. He joins Poindexter, Galliard, McClure, and Adams. On the court for the William Campbell Generals, it's number 1, Tyler Easley. Number 32, Pierre West. Number 23, Traquan Williams. Number 5 is Andre Reed. Number 21 is Nakia Pierman. Just 8 guys on the roster for William Campbell. So the roster is a bit diminished and depleted. Darrell Adams has not played. He's the only general that hasn't been out there so far.
10 in the quarter for the Dragons.
Yep. Galliard sinks. We're down to 25 seconds left to play in the Englishes, your complete home center, second quarter. It's a 12-point Altavista lead. Man-to-man defense. Generals are in the front court left. Here comes another 25-footer, and it's good from Traquan Williams.
He takes the opportunity to, that's his first bucket, but he takes the opportunity to turn and say something to Josh.
Trimmed the Altavista lead to 9. Let's see if the Colonels can respond. Down to 4 seconds. Poindexter on the way, and it's good. Nothing but net from 25 feet. They should institute the NBA three-point line because that's all these guys are shooting tonight. Altavista with a nice exclamation point to end the first half. They lead 37-25. The Subway halftime show is on the way when you come back to 105.5 KD Country.
Napa know-how. When you grab a pair of Bosch Evolution Beam wiper blades, now $10 off at Napa, you'll have the confidence to tell Mother Nature to bring it. Because with Bosch Evolution wiper blades, now $10 off when you buy a pair, you'll show the weather who's really the boss. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 2/28/17.
Brought to you by Napa of Altavista.
Installing atrium vinyl replacement windows is like an investment in your home that can begin to pay dividends right away. You can save up to 30% or more on your home's heating and cooling costs. Add to your home's equity and add to its value by upgrading its looks and energy efficiency. Custom crafted atrium vinyl replacement windows. Invest in your home's future with English's.
English's is your complete home center.
Business 29 Altavista. This game is brought to you by the proud supporters of the KD Country Sports Club.
El Cerrito. Throw on a sombrero, shake your maracas. It's El Cerrito time. Authentic Mexican cuisine only El Cerrito can serve up.
The Medicine Shop, a full-service pharmacy on Main Street in Altavista, and carrying a complete line of Carolina boots.
One Stop Mart, Main Street, where the gas is cheap, beverages are cold, and the chicken is kicking.
The Dairy Freeze, hot dogs, burgers, fries, and of course, ice cream. Do it right at the Freeze on Main Street.
Radio Shack and Crystal Bay Pools, serving your area since 1989 for swimming pool installations, chemicals, liners, and more.
Tonight's game brought to you by the KD Country Sports Club on 105.5.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Long-range three-point shooting, dunks, and a whole lot more gets us to halftime. It's a 12-point Altavista lead, 37-25. Gosh, what a fun first half, Oscar. We've seen a lot closer first halves, but I don't know if we've seen one with as many exciting plays. I mean, both teams, the high school three-point line is not being threatened on most of these three-pointers.
Not at all. And last night we talked about what a good third quarter that the Colonels had, and really that's been their quarter here over the last 3 or 4 games. But 20 points in the third last night, 21 in the second tonight. It was a pretty impressive quarter as they held the William Campbell Generals to 12 and outscored them 21-12.
Colonels just had that big run in there where they had an 11-0 run, held William Campbell scoreless for such a long time. When the Generals were finally able to break out of that, they did okay, but they just gave up so much in that Altavista run. Got some shout-outs coming here in the Subway halftime show. We'll have some fun. We'll recap the first half, get you some stats, and it'll be time to start the third quarter before you know it. Colonels lead William Campbell 37-25. It's the Subway halftime show on 105.5 KD Country.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
A short drive will save you money.
I'm Greg Walker with an exciting new offer from Feller Chevrolet. Purchase any new or used vehicle of Feller's and receive a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and a 3-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Again, a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and a 3-day money-back guarantee. At Feller Chevrolet, we stand behind what we sell, and we save you money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
A short drive will save you money. Feller Chevrolet in Altavista.
cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
At Subway, Monday is no longer Monday. It's Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day. That's the $3.50 sub of the day. Subway has a different 6-cent sub of the day every day of the week. Each has no artificial flavors or colors from artificial sources. For just $3.50, it's a great sub for a great price. Wednesday, that's Turkey Breast Day. Friday, Tuna Day. The $3.50 sub of the day every day at Subway. At participating restaurants, additional charges for extras and deluxe plus tax may not be combined with other offers, coupons, or discount cards.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
Subway halftime show returns from William Campbell High School. The half-court shot going on right now. That's a kind of a throwback. It used to be a lot of people did that, OB, but now not as many. So nice to see William Campbell keeping the tradition alive. The Altavista Lady Colonels are leading 22-20 in the second quarter there at Altavista. We'll say hello to our dear friend Lee Stinnett. He's usually in the audience, but he's a little bit under the weather. Hello, Lee Stinnett. Let's say hello to our dear friend Jerry Motley, of course, not just from the Moose Family Center, but also keeping the phones functioning there at KD Country and so many other places. Erica Thomas, big-time Colonel fan, tuned in on Timberlake Road in Lynchburg. Oh, what else, Mr. Briggs? Mike Kinlaw, Dandy Dan Kaufman.
Dennis D-Lab probably listening.
The English's crew's probably tuned in. Donnie and Brent, Blake, and those
Miller
guys.
family, that's the third half-court shot, man.
It must be easy. Maybe we need to get in on it.
No.
Make some money.
No.
Send a special shout-out to the whole Feller Chevrolet crew. They had a loss in their family recently, and employee that worked there for a long time, so we'll say hello to all of them. They're big Colonel fans, big basketball fans, and just really important to the community.
Yeah,
everything's going okay there at Fellers.
Yeah, and Mike Lewis is a great guy.
Yeah.
He fought a hard fight for a couple years and went through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, but kudos to the Fellers and condolences, and I hope y'all are doing well.
Let's discuss some basketball again. As I mentioned, an exciting first half. If you joined us late, you missed a lot of fun stuff. Some three-point shooting from both ball clubs, a couple dunks from Lawrence Galliard, and the Colonels with a 12-point lead at the moment, Oscar.
Yeah, that was off 6 3-pointers. That's certainly the most they've had in a half without me going to the stat sheet. I don't remember anything.
While you read the stats, I'm going to go to the stat sheet here. It might be the most they've had in the game this year.
First for William Campbell, interesting, Josh Rosser with 8 all in the first quarter. Andre Reed with 9 all in the second quarter. Nakia Pearman with 2. Traquan Williams with 3. Pierre West with 3. They've got 3 3-pointers for the Colonels. Lance Bain with 9 all in about 2 minutes. Mateo Malbach with 1. Daquan with 6 based off 2 3-pointers. Chancellor Mormon with 3 off a 3-pointer. Lawrence Galliard with 12. And Josh McClure with 6. 37 points for the Colonels.
Regarding our question a moment ago about the Altavista Colonels' three-point shooting, they've had 5 in a game on 4 separate occasions this season. So 6 in a game is a season high.
Is that the most they've had in a half?
Yeah, that's also the most they've had in a half, too. Absolutely. 6 three-pointers, count them 6 in the first half for the Colonels.
And I know Daquan missed 1, Josh missed 2. That might be it.
Yeah, it might be 6 for 9 from behind the arc, maybe 6 for 10. We could have missed something in there,
That's right.
Obviously. But Colonels pretty efficient from long range. One final set of timeouts, then we're back with the third quarter before you know it. Altavista 37, William Campbell 25. Don't go changing that dial. You got it tuned to the right place. It's 105.5 KD Country.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Virginia high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too.
Brought to you by English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg.
Compassionate Care Choices, Autumn Care, 24-hour skilled nursing, inpatient, outpatient, physical, occupational, and speech therapies. Autumn Care invites you to tour their facility. In 2016, receiving the Bronze Quality by the American Healthcare Association. 5-star rating by Centers for Medicare Medicaid Services. Autumn Care, a member of Sabre Healthcare Group, serving Altavista and surrounding areas since 1989.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
We're back here. The third quarter set to get underway. I think I may have left out a couple shout-outs there in the halftime show, Oscar, but I think our good buddy and outstanding Colonel athlete Stephen Farmer is tuned in. Told me he was going to be listening tonight. Wasn't able to make the drive, but I think he and some of the other guys are tuned in. Maybe Grayson Thurman got us bumping on the headset while he does some kind of insane workout routine. And the Colonels got insane there for moments in the first half. They lead 37-25. Officials at the scorer's table now in some sort of conversation with somebody. I think we're set to go here in the third quarter. Teams will flip ends. Altavista will be scoring on the basket to Oscar and I's left here in the third quarter.
And the Colonels certainly come out looking a little bit relaxed, and I'd like to see them have a whole lot of intensity here at the beginning of the third quarter and put this thing away.
Sometimes when they get these leads, they tend to take their foot off the gas pedal just a little bit. Poindexter bluffs the three, now drives in, gets a foot outside the paint, sends it back to the top of the key to Mateo Malback. There's another kickball by Pierre West.
And that really bailed the Colonels out. Mateo made an ill-advised pass.
Dave Mabry now reporting that the Altavista Lady Colonels are up 29-4 in the second quarter. Things going the way Coach Deborah Spencer wants them. 7:37 left to play in the third quarter. It's a 37-25 Altavista lead, 12. Poindexter driving, bumped while he was in the air, got the basketball to the side of the iron. It wouldn't fall. Referees do blow the whistle for the contact. Stops play 30 seconds into this third quarter. It's presented by English as your complete home center, Oscar. Let's talk about this Carhartt sale again. All in-stock Carhartt gear is on sale for the month of February. And the month of February is a few days shorter, people, so don't let this thing pass you by, okay? Don't come calling me on February 27th saying, oh, gosh, I've only got a day to get down there. Get down there tomorrow. It's Groundhog Day. It's a great day to do some shopping. Poindexter misses both the free throws. He seems to be running a little bit cold from the charity stripe lately. Williams into the right corner after a loose ball. He gobbled it up and passed it away. Here comes Pierre West. West driving back to Williams. Fadeaway three is no good. Intense rebounding action down low. Good sportsmanship, though, as McClure holds on to Andre Reed to make sure he's okay. Malback's entry pass was bopped around and then stolen by William Campbell. Rosser, head of steam, floats, sends it to the backboard. It's no good. Offensive rebound by William Campbell. Three-pointer hoisted. That won't fall. Galliard rises up to get the rebound for the Colonels.
Chancellor Lawman almost picked up another one of those three-point shooting fouls.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contact that the officials are letting go. And, hey, use the Oscar Briggs rule. No competitive advantage gained, then don't blow the whistle. Poindexter, he'll drive, hesitation move, gets under the basket. Now a bounce pass to the right wing to Mormon. He'll fire for three. No good. Long rebound controlled by Malback. He'll put up a floater from 5 feet. That doesn't go down. Poindexter traces down the rebound for Altavista. Extra chances for the Colonels. Three-pointer, no good. Now McClure's got an extra try. He'll fire a wild one that'll hit the back of the iron but won't go in. Finally brings a close to what was a crazy sequence there. Altavista, 4 offensive rebounds, Oscar?
Yes.
Generals, Coach Teron Watson, discussing with the official the foul call. I'm sure he wishes his team would box out a little bit better.
I'm going to tell you what, Teron Watson is in some kind of shape as well.
He is. He's in good shape. What is he, about 6'4"?
Probably
broad shoulders?
Probably 230, 240.
Looks like an NFL linebacker.
He does.
Free throw, good from Josh McClure, number 30, the blue-collar man for the Altavista Colonels. We've got 6:18 left to play in the third period. It's a 38-25 Altavista lead. McClure sinks both.
McClure.
Yep.
Perfect on the line tonight.
Good stuff. I like that. You did the old announcer's jinx after he shot. Normally the announcer's jinx comes before. This is Pierre West looking right, passing left. Now it's in the hands of Nakia Pierman. It's over to Williams. He'll try a scoop lay-in on the move from right to left, and it would not fall. Another rebound for McClure.
Did he draw iron at all?
May have just tickled it. Mormon, pass fake, picks up the dribble, needs somewhere to go. Gets it to Malback at the top of the key. Now here's McClure coming in, baseline left, scores, and fouled again. Josh McClure starting to bust loose here in the third quarter. First quarter seemed to belong to Lance Bain. Second quarter belonged to Lawrence Galliard. Maybe the third quarter, it's Josh McClure's turn.
Well, and, you know, Josh did it at the beginning of the Apo game last night.
Yeah.
In the, not the beginning of the game, but the beginning of the third quarter. He came out and got 4 quick points. He's got 4 quick ones tonight, getting ready to possibility to get to 5th.
Excellent observation by you. McClure had 14 points last night and 9 rebounds. Against Prince Edward Monday, he was real good. He had 19 points and 12 boards. Sinks another free throw
we're
there.
able to find him another rebound from last night.
Get him up to double figures, double-double. I'll talk to the statistician, which is Ryan Mitchell this year. Pierre West will trigger the 3 ball from the top of the key. Altavista could not control the rebound. They had the rebounding numbers, though, again.
Yeah,
they had William Campbell outnumbered 4-1 in the paint. Generals looked for the lob play to Rosser. Wasn't there, so he pops to the right wing to receive the inbound pass.
And after 8 points in the first quarter, they shot Rosser down.
Traquan Williams will fire from 3
He's not
again.
shy at all.
Not at all. It was a 25-footer. It was just short. It's dead on line, though. Colonels lead 42-25. Galliard up in the air and then passing off to Josh McClure on the left block. He scores it. 2 more for McClure and the Altavista Colonels.
And Lawrence had a 5-footer. He could easily hit that little half hook jump, but unselfish.
Andre Reed dribbling in. Leaner doesn't go from the just outside the paint. Now it's Chancellor Mormon on a rebound for the Altavista Colonels. He'll clear everybody away, bring it into the front court himself. Zigzags his way through one defender. He's got it back between the circles. Now over left sideline to Poindexter. 44-25. Colonels really stretching the lead out. They're going to stretch it out more. Galliard shoots and scores from 2 feet away. Just rolls it over the front of the rim.
But it was off the assist from Daquan. I mean, the assist to basket ratio is going to be high again tonight.
Very high. Timeout on the floor for William Campbell. They trail 46-25. Colonels on top and in charge. 4:29 left to play in the third quarter on 105.5 KD Country.
Have you looked at your business banking fees lately? I'm Sean Stone with First National Bank, and we have the best business accounts which offer serious savings for your company. We have a full menu of business products from checking accounts and remote deposit capture to online banking. And we have a local merchant card representative who will customize services just for your business. So let First National Bank prepare an analysis of your current activity and show how we will reduce your banking fees. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
The Altavista Colonels are in the middle of a 27-5 run. They lead 46-25 at the moment. William Campbell has not scored yet in this third quarter. We're about 3.5 minutes into it. Number 2, Keyshawn Knight in the ballgame now for the Generals. Maybe he can breathe some life into the home team. He's joined by Nakia Pierman, Josh Rosser, number 12, Daryl Adams, and number 5, Andre Reed. Here comes the scoop, driving layup from Nakia Pierman, and that will fall. That breaks a very, very dry spell for William Campbell. Gets it to a 19-point deficit, 46-27.
And with 4:07, that's their remaining in the quarter. That's their first points of the quarter.
Yep, comes about midway through the quarter. On the court for the Colonels. They're in the front court left. It's Ronchez Graves. Hold on. He'll try a three-pointer. Skipped off the iron, no good. Offensive rebound for Lawrence Galliard in the mid-post. Bain fakes the 3. Now steps back, fires. That one's no good. There's a rebound by Josh Rosser. Good job by William Campbell to get on the glass that time. They trail by 19, 46-27.
Little step back looked a little rush from Lance.
He's much better when he can step into it or catch and fire from where he's at, but don't worry. Bain's going to get another try, I'm sure.
And he's a gym rat, and he'll work on getting that shot off the dribble.
Here's a steal by the Colonels. Up ahead, Poindexter. Now he'll dunk it home with the right hand. Good feed by Lawrence Galliard to get it to him. He's pumped. He's as pumped as Daquan is. Hit the Quan on him. Poindexter with the right-handed jam. 48-27. Colonels back up 21. This is Andre Reed trying to circle the defense from the right baseline, and he stepped on the baseline out of bounds there with 3:01 left to play in the third. Altavista with the big lead, 48-27. Galliard and Poindexter, they'll come out for a much-needed breather. The three Colonels that were on the bench jump up to greet them. On the court right now for the Colonels, it's Traquan Farmer, Lance Bain, Christian Gilbert, Ronchez Graves, and Jacob Adams. Adams in trouble, going to try and dribble out of the double team. Now a short pass to Gilbert. Ronchez Graves thinks about a three-pointer, crossover dribble, backs it out.
And there's not a lot of offense on the floor right now for the Colonels.
Be interesting to see how they get it. I think it's good minutes for this team. It was a nice pass. Gilbert got into the lane from right to left and then passed to the left wing to Traquan Farmer, but it was knocked out of bounds by a general defender. Colonels will inbound on the baseline. Actually, now it's the sideline where they'll throw it in.
Really over in the corner. It's one of the worst places you can feed it from.
Sort of a moot point. Adams will fire for three. That hit the backboard first, then the rim, no good. William Campbell on a leak-out play. It's up ahead to Keyshawn Knight. He can't get the short lay-in to fall. Then Christian Gilbert fouled as he collects the rebound.
How many layups have we seen missed by the Altavista opponent in the last two nights? I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
It's double digits. Easily.
Appomattox, if the Raiders hit half of the layups they missed, Oscar, it goes into overtime probably. If they hit 2/3 or 3/4, then they beat Altavista. I mean, it was like a lid was on the bucket for moments there for Appomattox last night. And the Colonels missed some too, to be fair. Altavista ended up with a 3-on-1 fast break. And how about Jacob Adams with the little Magic Johnson? It was a pass fake and then a finger roll layup to get it home. Good stuff. There's a nice save in by Andre Reed. He had to chase down an errant pass and then throw it off of an Altavista player. Timeout on the court. Colonels will take it. They lead 50-27. 2:14 left to play in the third quarter on 105.5 KD Country.
Whatever your truck, car, SUV needs are, Highview Motors GMC has it all from small to tall. New to pre-owned, offering more than just GMC sales. Highview Motors GMC provides 24-hour towing, full-service body shop, state inspection, transmissions, everything in between. Highview Motors GMC, providing top-quality service since 1961.
Small to tall, we got it all. Highview Motors GMC.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
Altavista 50, William Campbell 27. Speaking of Highview Motors GMC, let's send a shout out to our good buddies George and Hector. They're big Altavista fans, big sports fans. Might be tuned in right now.
I don't know. Rosser might be at the Tech UVA game.
Oh, that's a great point. That is happening tonight. The Honky Tonk Jukebox scheduled for tonight as well. It's almost 8 o'clock, country music fans. It'll be a little bit delayed, but it's going to be a nice show. Here comes a turnaround jump shot from 10 feet. It won't fall for Pierre West. A scramble for it, and the Colonel's going to get whistled for a foul. See who this one's on. There was 4 of them in the paint again. I believe it was Traquan Farmer.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
Whistled for the infraction. First one this half?
Yeah.
On Altavista? Gosh. That's pretty impressive. We've got 2:05 left to play in the third quarter. Third quarter's brought to you by English's, your complete home center. It's February 1st. That means the Carhartt sale is on at English's. All in-stock Carhartt gear on sale the month of February. I got to head over there myself. I'm going to be spending a lot of time outdoors here in the next few months.
If you can get Carhartt to make baseball gear, that would be something.
Wouldn't that be nice? They made like some baseball uniforms or... I'll call corporate. 50-28. Generals cut the lead a little bit. We're down to 2 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Ronchez Graves got going a little too fast and lost the basketball off his own knee. Turnover there. On the court for the Colonels, it's Graves, Farmer, Adams, Gilbert, and Bain. William Campbell will counter with Josh Rosser. Traquan Williams, Pierre West, Andre Reed, and Nakia Pierman is the 5th general. Pierman has it in the left corner, thinks about a pass, now does send it back into the left corner after a couple dribbles. He's down low. Here's a hard spin move from Andre Reed. Kind of just put his right shoulder into the chest of Ronchez Graves. It's a foul. Reed's going to go to the free throw line. You could make a case that he wasn't in the act of shooting. But
yeah, I thought they held that for a while.
Reed comes into the ball game, Oscar, averaging 15.9 a game. That's pretty impressive. He cans the first free throw. Probably don't average 15 points a game by missing a lot of free throws. Reed's stroke looked pretty good there. 50-29. Altavista on top. Cuts into the lead again as Reed makes both. Tyler Easley back into the ball game now for William Campbell. Colonel's ball. Got to travel the length of the court here. They lead by 20. This was a close game in the first half, folks. Jacob Adams has to basically steal the basketball back after an errant pass. Oh, there's a line drive baseball whistle to the corner. Bain couldn't hold on to it. Adams threw it so fast that it almost had to be perfect in order for Bain to catch it. I mean, if he just buried it in his gut, Lance would have been able to hold on to it, but anything other than that was going to be hard to reel in. Runner, no good from Pierre West, just inside the free throw line. Colonels with a nice box out and rebound again. They're on the move in the attack into the front court left with 1:18 left to play in the third quarter, leading by 20, 50-30. Gilbert, crossover dribble, looks at the defense for a moment.
William Campbell in a man-to-man.
Passing around the perimeter here for Altavista. Yeah, William Campbell spent most of the first half in a zone. They tried a couple different zone defenses. Now it's the man-to-man. Gilbert, he'll slash. Oh, swatted out of his hands there on the shot attempt. He's going to try and get it back. Can't wrestle it away from Traquan Williams. Williams brings it down right sideline. Angles into the center of the hole. Long strides right to the front of the iron. Nobody stepped in front of him, and he scores for two.
I like Coach Harris keeping this line up in.
Graves fakes the three, drives in, jump stop, now gives off to Jacob Adams just outside the paint left. Adams' shot was too strong. They got Traquan Farmer with another foul. Just got on the back of number 32, Pierre West.
27 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and Coach Harris has gotten a lot of rest for his starters.
They probably needed it. Third game in 3 days. It's a return matchup with William Campbell on Friday.
I think you put him back in at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think we'll see him in again. Here's a nice move by Andre Reed. Really wasn't going to be denied there, but he was fouled. Wasn't going to be denied of the basketballs. He had to reach up and grab it on the rebound.
You put him in the fourth quarter, let him go about 4 minutes, and then you start resting.
I like that. And it's not that this group of five that's on the floor right now hasn't played a lot of minutes in the last two nights, too. I mean,
not in this combination, though.
Right. We've seen all these Colonels at various points, but, yes, that's a great point. I don't know that we've seen this combination as much. The combination at the moment is Adams, Farmer, Gilbert, Bain, and Graves. Andre Reed sinks two more free throws. He's got the William Campbell Generals within 16. Adams was just effectively trying to run away from the defense, and he was fouled on the far sideline right by number 23, Malik Pinnell. Oh, pardon me, it was Nakia Pierman. I apologize.
That's his third.
Down to 7 seconds in the third quarter. See if Colonel's got some late quarter heroics. Adams floating, driving, scoring. Jacob Adams with the hoop and the harm with 3.2 seconds remaining in the quarter. Man, it's like he was shot out of a cannon there, Mr. Briggs, and he just levitated to the right side of the hoop and scored with the contact.
With the kiss.
With the kiss. 52-34. We can't steal other people.
No.
Yes, we can. We can steal it. You know what I always say, too? The good ones borrow, the great ones steal. Remember that.
That's right.
It's one of the best sayings I've ever had, and I'm pretty sure I stole that from somebody, which makes sense with that saying. Adams sinks the free throw for the old-fashioned three-point play. Josh Rosser's going to get up a half-court buzzer beater. No good. We played 3 quarters from William Campbell, 53-34. Altavista leading the Generals. Fourth quarter on the way on 105.5 KD Country.
The Altavista Office of Economic Development invites you to come find one of a kind with Altavista's unique shops, stores, and restaurants waiting for you. Personal service from local businesses. Jumpstart your business with the Altavista Office of Economic Development, helping Altavista grow with a variety of business loans available and supporting the Altavista Colonels basketball team. Good luck on another winning season.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
Altavista 53, William Campbell 34. I'm Kyle Hoehne. He's Oscar Briggs. Our sound engineer is Katie. It's almost reaching the 8 o'clock hour here, Oscar. So let me remind country music fans one more time. The Honky Tonk Jukebox will be on after us. Had a lot of Wednesday games this year. It seemed like last year we didn't have this problem that much. This year, a lot of Wednesday games, but don't worry. Sugar Daddy's got a special show planned. It's the Queens of Honky Tonk music tonight. You'll want to stick around for that one.
Kyle, last night, Colonels outscored Appomattox 17-9. Tonight it was 16-9, outscoring William Campbell. So the third quarter, as we talked about before the game started, it's been very, very good to the Colonels.
Remind me, if you will, and I'll try and remember as well, but remind me to
bring
ask.
the extension cord?
Yeah, to bring the extension cord. Inside joke. Remind me to ask Coach Harris what his staff say to the guys at halftime. You know what, just exactly what the strategy is there, and what the adjustments have been. Obviously, it's 3 different games, so the adjustments are going to be different each time. But maybe he can give us a little insight into how things work there in that halftime locker room. 3-pointer no good from Rosser.
And just as we expected, starters are back in for the Colonels.
You nailed that one on the head. It's Mateo Malback, Daquan Poindexter, Chancellor Mormon, Josh McClure, and Lawrence Galliard. If you joined us late, Lance Bain hit a trio of 3-pointers in the first quarter. Oh, what a play to give and go with some serious sauce there. Poindexter, unfortunately, not able to finish, but that's because he's fouled. I was recapping the first half and third quarter. Lance Bain was the big man for the Colonels in the first quarter. Lawrence Galliard was having his romping good time with a couple monstrous dunks in the second quarter. McClure had a good third quarter. Colonels had a good third quarter as a team. And they've got a 53-34 lead at the moment.
You're going to call him the Dragon. I'm nicknaming him. He's He's AC/DC.
Yeah.
He's thunderstruck.
I like that. I like that a lot. We'll check with Lawrence. Free throw no good from Poindexter.
0 for 4 tonight.
A rare dry spell in the charity stripe for Poindexter. Good news for the Colonels is the loose ball rebound got tapped back to Mateo Malback.
Oh, and they're up by 19.
That doesn't hurt. Clock's not moving at the moment, stuck at 7:30. We've seen some clock malfunctions this week, too. Hadn't moved in about 15 seconds. There's a traveling violation. Let's see if one of the officials notices, or perhaps one of the coaches. Coach Harris noticed and pointed it out. 53-34. Clock still not running at the moment. Again, it could be a button.
He's pointed out to the official.
Yeah, I think it's a button problem.
Now, remember, we've had issues at this. We have issues here with this clock. They thought they had it fixed last year, but they didn't.
You're absolutely right. Baseball coach Andy Haga was down there with like a soldering iron and some stuff trying to get the clock to work. They're going to run some time off. They do seem to have it functioning now. They
didn't run off enough.
Yeah, they ran off 5 seconds. Not quite enough. Back to reality here for a moment. The Colonels lead 53-34. They've been up as much as 20. And again, it was a really tight ball game in the first half with 7 lead changes. Nice little scoop lay-in. Will go down for Traquan Williams. That was an athletic move to get to the hole.
Williams is a good-looking ball player.
He is. Will get to the rack with a nice step-around move. He kisses off the window for 2. Lead back to 19 for Altavista. 7 minutes even left to play in regulation.
I'm glad you threw in that regulation because we may go to overtime.
If this game gets close, I'm going to just give you a long, cold stare.
Well, at least you're not looking over your shoulder.
Oh, boy. Paranoia will destroy you. That was your line last night. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Remember that?
Yeah.
Here comes the fadeaway from Kyshawn Knight. It won't go. He thought the ball went out of bounds. It actually did not.
Yes, it did. It hit what?
The support apparatus.
It did hit the support apparatus.
No whistle from the referees. Play on, they say. It's like a Y-League game out here. Malback dribbles left to right on the perimeter. One hands it to Mormon. He sends it into McClure. McClure's hook shot won't go, but the two-handed putback will. Josh McClure just continues to pad the stats.
And it really looks like the competitive desire has kind of come out of the William Campbell Generals.
I agree with you on that one.
They
played hard in the third quarter. It seems like maybe their legs are gone now. And, again, it's a depleted roster. There's only 8 players on the roster for William Campbell. Their basketball in the front court right. Keshawn Knight over to the right sideline, and Andre Reed. He whistles it back to Tyler Easley. Flings to the middle of the court and finds Traquan Williams. He'll shoot it from there. He's about 26 feet away. Instead, passes in the right corner back to Easley. Poindexter jockeying for a steal. Malback has it. Throws it back up ahead to Daquan. Can't get the lay-in to go. Stick back will fall from the trailing Lawrence Galliard. Lawrence just never stops hustling, does he?
No, he really doesn't. He doesn't take any plays off.
When McClure graduates this year, we might have to give the blue-collar man nickname to Lawrence Galliard. He's already got the Dragon. He's got ACDC. They'll come up with something else, too, if we don't watch it. Down to 5 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. 59-36. Colonels on top by 23. Now they've got another steal. Mormon angles left to right in the front court. Teo Malback has it in his hands, 2 feet in front of the midcourt stripe. Double screen up high. Oscar and I discussed that play last night. Malback skying to the rim for 2. What a nice move to sneak by the defense, just knifing through it like hot butter. 61-36.
And with
Altavista on top.
William Campbell takes timeout.
Generals take the timeout. They trail 61-36. 4:37 left to play in the fourth period on 105.5 KD Country.
841-1580. That's the number to know this winter when your heat pump is in trouble. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling is the name to know for all your heating and air issues. Call 841-1580 to get Donnie and his team to your house or business fast. 841-1580. That's 434-841-1580. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling. The name to know this winter. The number to know, 841-1580.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Altavista 61. William Campbell 36. Honestly, it's really our first blowout of the season, Oscar.
Well, it is, and you know, the observation I'm going to make coming out of the out of the timeout break is, since the Brookville game, the Colonels had fun in that Brookville game.
Yeah.
It was highly competitive and came down to the wire, but really, the Colonels look like they're having fun. They've gelled. They've been unselfish. Rosser with a basket there.
He just muscled his way through 3 Altavista defenders.
But you're seeing them smile. You're seeing them relax. You're seeing them share the ball.
Oh, gosh, yeah, the passing has just become outstanding lately. Farmer couldn't get it to go on the runner from the left side. Then Bain had it blocked away. Going to try and grab the basketball back, but he can't. Rosser's out of there with it. He's shot out of a cannon. Floater, front of the iron. Good. He's fouled in the process. Josh Rosser continuing to play hard. Just let me piggyback on your point. The intensity is still there, but you're right. More smiles. They're getting after it. And, gosh, the way they're sharing the basketball this last week and a half or so, pretty impressive. If they hold on, which it looks like they're going to, we're under 4 minutes to play in the fourth, it's going to be a 6-game winning streak for the Altavista Colonels. They came into the ball game at 12-4. They had the stretch there where they lost 3 out of 4. But, again, some of that was the competition. You had Dan River in there. You had Rustburg in there. You had Appomattox. Colonel's scheduled to play Dan River on Monday night. Graves had it blocked away as he was moving through the lane left to right. Now Jacob Adams has it back. That's swatted away. Good grief. Look at Daryl Adams. I mean, he is just pumped up.
Yeah, he's clapping at the Altavista bench as he runs by, losing by 20.
He swatted it away multiple times. Here's a rebound picked up off the floor by Christian Gilbert. Adams is going to slow things down. They'll just walk it into the front court. 3:05 left to play in the ball game. Lance Bain caught it at the three-point line and stared right at Coach Harris. Wasn't sure if Coach Harris wanted him to shoot it. He'll try now. Just off the mark to the left, hit the back plate.
He did. Coach, can I shoot? And Troy was kind of looking at him, and he looked back at Lance, and Lance looked at him, and
Coach Harris kind of said, I don't see any reason why not.
He just threw his hands up and like, yeah, why didn't you shot?
A muscular, athletic rebound by Nakia Bierman. He'll stick it to the rack and home for 2.
And, you know, we talked about this earlier with no seniors on the team. This is going to be a good basketball team next year. Again, Coach Watson's had some roster issues, and if he can get those under control, he'll have some players back that may not be here now. And
Ronchez Graves ran down the rebound in the left corner. He got swarmed by a double team and then lost the basketball. He lost it, and it hit.
That's a 1-and-1.
Yeah, it hit an unsuspecting fan in the second row. The fan's laughing about it. She's cracking up. It didn't hit her hard, but she was looking at her phone or something and just bopped her right in the head. Her and her friends are having a good laugh about it. Ronchez Graves kind of put one hand up and said sorry. 61-43. It is a 1-and-1 shooting opportunity for Altavista's Ronchez Graves. An update from the Lady Colonels game. They lead 46-14 over William Campbell. They're in the third quarter there. We're in the fourth quarter here. Altavista with the big lead. They pulled away in the second quarter. They had an even better third quarter. Free throw no good from Ronchez Graves. Tight defense on Pierre West. West has to shake him loose with a bunch of zigzags. He changed directions a full 4 times before he got into the front court. Three-pointer on the way from the left corner, and Andre Reed scoring. Coach Harris needs a timeout. Altavista's lead has been cut into. They're still out in front of the Generals, 61-46, with 2:19 left to play in the fourth quarter. It's a 1-minute timeout. We'll take 30 seconds of it on 105.5 KD Country.
PCM Industrial of Altavista offers mobile welding and repair services, fully equipped service trucks, certified craftsmen, and quick response to satisfy your needs. Contact PCM Industrial at powerconstruction.com. PCM Industrial is a fully insured Class A licensed contractor, OSHA and MSHA compliant. PCM Industrial Services of Altavista wishes Coach Harris and the Altavista Colonels basketball team good luck in another winning season.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Altavista 61. William Campbell 46. We've got 2:19 left to play in the ball game. Fourth quarter presented by English is your complete home center on North Main Street in Altavista. The Carhartt sale is on in February at English's. Oscar, the Honky Tonk Jukebox will be on after us. It's a Honky Tonk Queens episode.
Queen?
Queens. People like Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn. Yeah, absolutely. Some great stuff.
I thought you meant he was going to have Queen on.
Oh, yeah.
Freddie Mercury.
That would be fun. I don't know if it would fit the honky tonk part, but you know I'm a big rock and roll fan. Altavista in the front court breaks some modified full court pressure from William Campbell. What do you think Coach Harris had to say in the timeout? Just clean it up a little bit, guys?
Yeah, take care of the ball. Don't take stupid shots. Be patient.
Bain with a nice little crossover dribble. Got about 5 feet away from the basket, then put the shot up, was fouled.
I'd like to see Lance get in the weight room in the offseason, pick up about 10 pounds, a little bit more strength. Seems to be when he gets in down low and takes some contact, he can't handle it quite as well as I think he can be. It'll make him a much better ball player.
If you heard Coach Harris in the Subway pregame show, he mentioned that Lance Bain is without a doubt the best shooter on this ball club. As we say that, Lance misses the first free throw. That's rare. His free throw percentage is up over 85%. And I think Bain's game is really going to become complete here, as you said, in the offseason. He gets older. He's just a sophomore, of course. Altavista leads 62-46. He hit the back end of the free throws. 1:52 remaining in the ball game. Andre Reed squirming his way in the paint there. The shot attempt won't go. Basketball being tapped around. It's almost like a volleyball game for a minute. Here comes Daryl Adams to the hole. His right-handed finish wouldn't go. Jump ball situation there as Traquan Farmer and Andre Reed tied each other up. Possession arrow favoring the Altavista Colonels with 1:40 left to play in the fourth quarter. 62-46. Full court pressure from the Generals. Ronchez Graves gets it. He'll race it into the front court right sideline. Now angles to the middle, leaves it off for Trey Farmer. Intercepted by Daryl Adams for a moment, but he went out of bounds. Momentum just carried him there as he got in front of the passing window. Altavista has 62. William Campbell has 46. Stick around for the Subway postgame show. Oscar and I will have our usual amounts of fun, if not more. Here's Bain. Jump stop, pump fake. Got clobbered by a couple General defenders. And Lance Bain
That's a
back
great
to the
word.
free throw line, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it described how he got hit pretty well.
That's about as well as you could have it done. Clobbered.
Oh, Bain wears the 3/4 leg sleeves. He's got an arm sleeve on the left.
Self-professed and proclaimed gym rat.
Absolutely. Coach Harris mentioned that as well. Bain's waiting to get the basketball here. It was 5 fouls on Nakia Pierman. It's 10 team fouls for William Campbell. Altavista has 6 at the moment. Bain does can the first free throw. Lance Bain Jr., as Oscar likes to point out oftentimes. Colonels have Ronchez Graves, Jacob Adams, Traquan Farmer, Christian Gilbert, and Lance Bain Jr. on the court. Bain sinks both this time, 64-46, the Altavista lead. Less than 90 seconds to play in our ball game. Bain playing some tight defense on Pierre West, didn't give him an inch. West got rid of the ball over to Adams. Adams needs somewhere to go.
Christian Gilbert said, nope.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll take this basketball. Gilbert, cross-court pass to Traquan Farmer. Farmer sends it back to the top of the key to Ronchez Graves. Coach Harris still on his feet, giving some instructions. Ball's in Jacob Adams' hands now. Just a waist-high dribble. He'll fake right, stutter step. Now he is going to drive along the right side of the paint. Finger roll doesn't go. Has his own rebound. Backs his man into him. And he called Jake for a traveling violation. He's got a big smile on his face.
Yeah, I don't think he did, but what a hustle play. He did it. He drove and did that little underhead scoop that's been successful for him tonight. Was able to go up after the miss and get the rebound, and I said he shuffled his feet.
Adams changes speeds a lot.
He really does.
Offense. He's got a great burst. A lot of times he likes to lull you to sleep. Pierre West got pushed out of bounds by Ronchez Graves. That's a foul. It's the 7th team foul on the Altavista Colonels. This will be a 1-on-1 shooting opportunity for number 32, Pierre West. He's a 55% free throw shooter. No, it's Andre Reed.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
I don't know why I've messed those two up a few times. My apologies to Andre Reed and Pierre West fans. I'm in that fan club. Heck, Andre Reed might get my pick for player of the game. I mentioned he came into the game averaging nearly 16 points per game. You can see why. Great stroke from the free throw line. Sinks both there.
He's going to end up right there. He's got 17 right now, I think.
Good stuff. It was kind of sneaky.
18.
Lance Bain wide open for 3. Exercises some patience. Picks up his dribble. Now a bullet pass back to the midcourt stripe to Ronchez Graves. That's a foul. It's really, could argue, is an intentional foul as Andre Reed just put his hands on the hips of Ronchez Graves. I think he even grabbed some cloth there, too.
He did.
22.5 seconds left. Altavista's going to win the ball game. Just a question by how much. They lead 64-48 at the moment.
And this is going to sound ridiculous, but it has not been that close.
No, that doesn't sound ridiculous, although I will add an asterisk to that. It was close in the first half, very close in the first half. 7 lead changes. Remember, it was a 20-19 William Campbell lead at one point. Altavista went on a big run. What do we say? It was a 27-6 run at one point, something like that. Kick ball there from Traquan Williams as he got the right leg in front of a Traquan Farmer pass. Altavista will reset. They'll inbound. Baseline left. If it was the NBA, the kickball would cause the shot clock to reset. Don't have to worry about that here. Oh, nice look. Adams inside to a cutting Lance Bain, who converts an easy one off the bank for 2. 66-48 now. Altavista's lead back to 18. We're down to 7 seconds left to play. See if the Generals can get something up here late. West will fire for 3, and it go. Man, it rattled around and hit the backboard 2 separate times. Wouldn't fall. The foul's on Ronchez Graves. Pierre West has 3 free throws with 2.9 seconds left in the ball game.
That's the second 3-point shooter that the Colonels have fouled tonight. Cannot do that.
We saw Lance Bain have that happen last night, except he made the 3-pointer, then made the free throw. The old-fashioned 4-point play, I like to call it. Even though it's not that old-fashioned, because without the 3-point line, it couldn't happen. Sorry, I digress.
Yes, you do.
Second free throw, no good. Jacob Adams grabbed the rebound. He and Josh Ross are laughing about it. They thought it was just a 2-shot foul. 66-49. Altavista leading with 2.9 seconds left. And Pierre West sinks the 3rd free throw. Lance Bain not going to put up a buzzer beater. He'll just dribble out time clock. And the Altavista Colonels have a 16-point victory, 66-50. Subway postgame show is on the way when we return to 105.5 KD Country.
Napa know-how.
When you grab a pair of Bosch Evolution Beam wiper blades, now $10 off at Napa, you'll have the confidence to tell Mother Nature to bring it. Because with Bosch Evolution wiper blades, now $10 off when you buy a pair, you'll show the weather who's really the boss. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 2/28/17.
Brought to you by Napa of Altavista.
Installing atrium vinyl replacement windows is like an investment in your home that can begin to pay dividends right away. You can save up to 30% or more on your home's heating and cooling costs. Add to your home's equity and add to its value by upgrading its looks and energy efficiency. Custom crafted atrium vinyl replacement windows. Invest in your home's future with English's.
English's is your complete home center.
Business 29 Altavista.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
A short drive will save you money.
I'm Greg Walker with an exciting new offer from Feller Chevrolet. Purchase any new or used vehicle of Feller's and receive a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and a 3-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Again, a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and a 3-day money-back guarantee. At Feller Chevrolet, we stand behind what we sell, and we save you money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
A short drive will save you money. Feller Chevrolet in Altavista.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Colonels win 66-50 against the William Campbell Generals. It's the Subway post-game show. I'm Kyle. He's Oscar. Katie's our sound engineer. The Honky Tonk Jukebox is on right after us. Stick around, country music fans. Hope some of our basketball fans will stick around as well. Oscar, what was a tight first quarter, it was a 16-13 Altavista lead. At the end of the first quarter, it became really a blowout after that. Colonels surging ahead in the second and third quarters. Fourth quarter was pretty much academic at that point.
Yeah, it really was. You look at the quarter-by-quarter score, and Altavista 16-13 in the first, 21-12 in the second, 16-9 in the third, and by that point it was pretty much done. William Campbell did outscore Altavista 16-13 in the fourth.
And that probably doesn't make Coach Harris too pleased, but I don't think it's going to be a whole lot of negative feedback in the locker room there in the postgame.
A majority of that came after the 4-minute mark when he pulled the starters.
Yeah, high expectations for those other guys. However, when you got a big lead like that, it's tough to really get after it. I mean, every coach wants you to. You think you got to, hey, scoreboard doesn't matter, that kind of thing. But it's human nature to let up a bit.
Well, and those players that were on the floor at the end of the game did get a lot of playing time earlier in the game. It was just within the, you had 3 starters and 2 bench players in. And Coach Harris, again, I think did a masterful job of taking care of the rotation and getting the maximum players participation out of that bench tonight.
Absolutely. It was, as you said, a little different combination at times for the Altavista Colonels. They get a 66-50 win. It's the Subway postgame show. The Footlong Fest is on at Subway. $6 footlongs for a limited time only, and that's any footlong. $6. The Footlong Fest at Subway. 2 wonderful locations in Altavista to serve you. Inside the Walmart on Clarion Road, and then also on Main Street. We'll step aside for one final timeout. Subway postgame show will conclude right after this. We've got Stats Player of the Game, and then you're off to some wonderful country music with the Sugar Daddy. Altavista wins it 66-50 against the William Campbell Generals. You heard it all live on 105.5 KD Country.
This game is brought to you by the proud supporters of the KD Country Sports Club.
El Cerrito. Throw on a sombrero, shake your maracas. It's El Cerrito time. Authentic Mexican cuisine only El Cerrito can serve up.
The Medicine Shop, a full-service pharmacy on Main Street in Altavista, and carrying a complete line of Carolina boots.
One Stop Mart, Main Street, where the gas is cheap, beverages are cold, and the chicken is kicking.
The Dairy Freeze, hot dogs, burgers, fries, and of course, ice cream. Do it right at the Freeze on Main Street.
Radio Shack and Crystal Bay Pools, serving your area since 1989 for swimming pool installations, chemicals, liners, and more.
Tonight's game brought to you by the Katy Country Sports Club on 105.5.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
At Subway, Monday is no longer Monday. It's Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day. That's the $3.50 sub of the day. Subway has a different 6-cent sub of the day every day of the week. Each has no artificial flavors or colors from artificial sources. For just $3.50, it's a great sub for a great price. Wednesday, that's Turkey Breast Day. Friday, Tuna Day. The $3.50 sub of the day every day at Subway. At participating restaurants, additional charges for extras and deluxe plus tax may not be combined with other offers, coupons, or discount cards.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Wrapping up the Subway postgame show here from William Campbell High School. Altavista wins 66-50. Oscar had a busy night there with the scoring numbers, but it looks like you got it all totaled up just fine.
Yeah, we'll go for William Campbell first. Josh Rosser with 13. Andre Reed with 18. Icky Piermont with 7. Trequan Williams with 7. Pierre West with 5. For the Altavista Colonels, had 3 players in double figures. Jake Adams with 5. Lance Bain with 14. Mateo Malbeck with 3. Daquan Poindexter with 8. Chancellor Mormon with 3. Lawrence Galliard with 16. Josh McClure with 17.
McClure was 17, man. He's had a great week. It was 14 last night. It was 19 Monday night. Galliard's doing his thing, too, and just an all-around team win for that matter. I mean, you can't really put your finger on anybody that didn't play well. Obviously, there were some turnovers and those kind of things in there, but overall, this was a great team win for Altavista.
Yep.
They seem to be peaking here. That's win number 6 in a row?
Yes.
That's right, 6 in a row. They won them all last week. They've won them all so far this week. A return matchup against William Campbell Friday night. Hope you've made your plans to join us in the gym at Altavista, but if you can't make it, tune in with the KD Country app at kdcountry.com or on good old 105.5. Player of the game time now. I let my cat out of the bag early for William Campbell. I'm going to go with Andre Reed. You said he ended up with 18.
Yep.
Comes into the ball game averaging 15.9. He's sneaky good. Good shooting stroke, quick, can beat you in a lot of different ways, yeah.
Plays well defensively. I was going to lean towards Josh Rosser. Josh had 8. Picked up 5 in the fourth quarter, but that was late. Really, Andre Reed for me. I'm going to have to concur with you for the second night in a row.
You hate doing that.
I really do.
Oh, boy. On the other side, we've got multiple different directions we can go here. I know they're only worth 2 points, the dunk, that is, I'm talking about. I know they're only worth 2 points. They're the same as a layup, and this guy made some layups too, but I got to go with the Dragon Unleashed. Lawrence Galliard, AC/DC, thunderstruck as you call him. Lawrence with 16 points tonight, 2 big jackhammer dunks that to me, too, was really kind of what helped break the spirit of William Campbell.
I agree. In addition, he had at least 3 blocks tonight, and I'm going to double concur with you tonight.
No way.
Which, again, Josh McClure had a great night as well.
I know.
Lance
you
Bain.
Feel bad not giving it to somebody
Lance
like
Bain with those 3 threes right there in the first quarter kind of helped set the tone. Daquan had 2 threes during that same run that Lawrence was going on his Freak Fest, and you hate to short either one of those guys, but we've given them some player of the games here in the last 3 or 4 games, and Galliard, the interior passing, the unselfishness, the boards, the blocks, and again those two slams. Yeah,
I love it. Great night for us. Our always our MVP, our sound engineer, Katie. She seems to be getting better and better with each game, and the playoffs are right around the corner, so we'll need that. We can't forget our starting lineup, too, the folks that make it all possible. How about the Moose Family Center on Lynch Mill Road in Altavista? Stop by to join and be a Moose. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling. Call Donnie at 841-1580. Autumn Care of Altavista, specializing in 24-hour skilled nursing care. Highview Motors, from small to tall. Highview has it all. Finch & Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. Family serving family since 1905. Altavista Office of Economic Development. We invite you to come find one of a kind. PCM Industrial Services, now with mobile welding and repair service. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer, warm in the winter, comfortable in between. English Construction, wishing our high school athletes an exciting and injury-free game. Napa Auto Parts of Altavista. Find your Napa know-how on Main Street. English's, your complete home center. Carhartt sale is on this February at English's. First National Bank, helping you bring home more bacon. And Feller Chevrolet, now offering a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. I'm Kyle. He's Oscar. We had a blast tonight. Let's do it again Friday when the William Campbell Generals will...